Okay. Good evening, everyone. This is your boy Uche and Nietzsche. Thank you for joining us for this session. And thanks for joining us. It is 4:30 p.m. West African time. This is Tools Day. On this Tuesday, the 15th of September 2020. Today we would be treating codeless app development for busy executives with Amazon Honeycode. And we have Damilare Femi Akilaja. He's already here with me in the studio. Damilare is going to be talking to us today about how to build codeless app, how you can build apps to take event participants who can register on your site, build an app to track your inventory or whatever it is that is important for you. In a nutshell, codeless app connotes that you can build app using your spreadsheet. Essentially, that's what it is. I want to say, if you are here, if you can hear me, please go ahead and just say where you're chatting in from. Just type in the chat and tell us where you're joining from. Hi. So I'm just going to go ahead and introduce Damilare. Damilare is an author and he's a software engineer. He runs Century Integrated Systems, and he's interested in fintech, video game design, blockchain, engineering, operating systems, open source software, software development. He's an author and software engineer, like I said. Damilare, welcome to Tuesday.
Thanks for having me here.
Awesome. So I'd like to say today, just before you go on, I would just like to, thank and welcome everyone who is joining us today. As you arrive, just quickly introduce yourself in the comment and let us know where you're joining from. Let's know where you're joining from. So without further wasting of time, can we, Damilare, just go on.
All right. Hello, everyone. So today I'm going to be talking about codeless app development with Amazon Honeycode. But before I talk about Amazon Honeycode, I'm going to introduce you into the world of no-code programming. So sometimes when we think about software development, we always think about code because we believe that it's going to involve programming, right? It's going to involve a lot of writing of codes, compiling of codes, maybe hiring a software engineer to implement it. But that's not usually the case because there are a lot of tools out there that simplify development of software, even among developers. They use
Damilare, your video, Damilare, sorry to cut in, but your
okay.
video is off.
Okay, you want to see my face?
Obviously, sorry. I
All
didn't
right,
tell
no
you that.
problem, no problem. I hope it doesn't affect the internet.
Oh, okay. If it's going to affect it, then you may want to share your slide instead.
No, no problem, no
But
problem. Uh, I don't know why that grass is showing in my background. But can you see my face now?
yes, we can. We can. That's
Okay.
fine.
So Amazon Honeycode is just one of many tools out there used in no-code programming. No-code programming has been around for a long time. One of the earliest implementations of no-code programming was created by IBM engineers when they had to translate heavy data in the past. So they pioneered something called flow-based programming. But flow-based programming still involves a level of understanding of software engineering because it's basically connecting components together to translate or interpret data. But over the years, developers are finding the need to simplify complex things because we find ourselves repeating the same things over and over. And instead of repeating them, why don't we just put them into a component? And whenever we need them again, we just copy and paste that component where it's needed. So with this, the no-code programming paradigm became a thing in very large organizations where developers have to collaborate and they don't need to learn different programming languages just to do simple things. So I'm going to share my presentation now, just so you can see different types. Okay, um, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I believe your screen is coming on. Just
Okay, just let me know when it's on so that
yeah, it's
the
on. Yeah, but you need to go into presentation mode.
yes, can you see it in presentation mode?
Yeah, it should. It should be. Don't worry. I'm following. I'm following online. So
Okay,
yeah, it's on presentation mode.
all right, great. So, like I said, no code or low code amongst software engineers is a software development paradigm that abstracts away complex algorithms into simpler, reusable interfaces that can be connected or combined to build computer programs. So a lot of times we just want to get right into it, build an application to do something. We don't want to have to, write a lot of code, hire developers. It can be costly to manage projects if you have to hire software developers to write them from scratch. So sometimes you just want existing solutions, just combine these things together, just so that you can get right into it, create your application, do whatever you want. So many of you have been using no-code programming utilities out there, but you are not actually aware that there are no-code um, programming tools. But I'm going to give you a couple of examples. Um, Number one is Google Forms. A lot of you have created survey forms with Google Forms. You've created email lists with Google Forms. It's a no-code programming interface such that it lets you create forms that you can use to collect data. Not normally, developers could have written, a couple of code just to create those forms, but with Google Forms, you don't have to write code to create forms. So you can collect data without having to write any line of code. Another example is WordPress. A lot of applications have been built on WordPress. WordPress have powered e-commerce systems, that's powered blogs, that's powered normal portfolio websites. So a lot of applications have been built around WordPress. WordPress have a couple of tools where you can just drag and drop components to create pages. So you don't even need to have any programming experience to customize your pages on WordPress. So you people, if you've experienced WordPress before, then you have experienced no code programming. Another one is Wix. a lot of people have developed portfolio website, landing pages to collect, say, email addresses for your startups and all. Wix is also a no-code programming interface because by just combining components together, you can build beautiful websites, right? Shopify is another example. With Shopify, you can build e-commerce solution. You can customize it whichever way you like without writing a line of code. Then we have Amazon Honeycode, and we have no flow, and I can keep going on and on and on and mentioning. And we even have a couple of them in Nigeria. We have the float, I think it's called Storefront, Flutterwave Storefront, and we have the Paystack alternative. So with these tools out there, you don't need to write any line of code. Coding can be expensive, can be time consuming. So sometimes you just need to analyze the solution properly. Think about it and say, oh, do I really need to write code to do this? Do I need code to produce an MVP? Do I need code or developers to build this project? After taking your time to analyze it, and all you just have to do is research which no-code solution is efficient, or has enough components that can achieve the same thing for you. So, but today is going to be mostly about Amazon. Amazon Honeycode is in beta. It's in beta state. A lot of features are not there, but in the future, Amazon is Amazon. In the future, they are most likely going to add extra features, which would, enable a lot of non-programmers to build rich applications. Um, so, like I explained, why no code? Not every software-related program needs to be. Two, you can build prototypes, MVP, simple solutions without programming knowledge. And three, developers can be expensive. Not every startup needs a development team. Uh, if your core products do not require a lot of software engineering, you do not need a development team. But sometimes your processes need software. Um, Exchanging data from one department to the other, collecting data from one department and the other would sometimes require a software solution. And you don't need to hire a developer every time the need arises. So no code tools out there make make that easy for you. So what you learned today, how to use Amazon Honeycode to build software. Um, for now, Amazon Honeycode is in beta, which means that it is not yet complete, not feature complete, but the few features it has is enough to build simple data-oriented applications you can use within your building survey, event management system, collecting simple data, managing employee data, calculating payee and all that stuff. Um, so who needs Amazon Honeycode? Everybody can use Amazon. It's very simple to use. It's not too complex from my perspective. It has a very low learning curve. You don't need to understand anything about programming to use Amazon Honeycode. You just need to know how to use a computer, know how to use your keyboard, know how to type. If you're already using Facebook, Twitter, or any social network out there, you should be able to use Amazon. So I'm going to jump right into demo right now. All you just have to do is search for Amazon on code. You know, um, once you sign into honeycode.aws, if you've already created an application with it before, it's going to show you a list of applications you've created. Um, Now, the way Amazon Honeycode is set up, um, your environment, can I use the word environment? Say your sort of workshop in a way is called workbook, because the way Amazon Honeycode is set up is currently designed for organizations, for teams to collaborate. It's not yet the kind of solution used to build applications that you sell to your customers. It's for use within an organization or team. So you just come here, you click on create workbook. You can either use a template or start from scratch. So I'm going to show you what it looks like by creating a template so that you understand different facets of Amazon Honeycode. So let's create a simple survey system from templates. Okay. Yes. So this may look very familiar to you if you've used spreadsheets before, like Excel, Google spreadsheets. Um, Spreadsheets is just a way to manage data, calculate data, translate data, analyze it. But not many people use spreadsheets like a database. So in Amazon Honeycode, spreadsheets is being used like a database for your application. So if you're familiar with um, Excel, Google spreadsheet, you already know why we have columns. Each column represents column of your data, and each row represents an item in your database. So this database, for example, for our survey, has a column called name, submitted, the questions and the answer every survey. But this looks quite odd, right? But what's if we take a look at the application we built? Because you used a template, Amazon had already built, so you can see what it looks like. Coming to click on this, click on view app. Let's take a look at the complete solution before we go deep dive into different sections of the app builder. Right. So this is a simple survey application that Amazon has already built for you using Honeycode templates. So click begin. Let's see what happens next. How satisfied are you? This simple form was built based on the spreadsheet that had been created for this application. Do you know that you don't have to do anything special to create this form? As long as Amazon Honeycode knows that there's a spreadsheet or a particular table of data somewhere, and you connect that data to the application, it automatically creates a form for you. So it has created this survey form based on every item, every column in the database or the spreadsheet. So you can click on done. That's it. So what really happens when you edit something from the application? What really happens when you update data? Where will the data go to? Let's go back to our table. So the first thing we saw the last time was the survey table, right? You can see that everything I entered here has changed. it has reflected based on what I did from the application. Let's see the other tables that I created. This is a table for different skills. You remember during when we were creating the survey, we had a drop down to select how satisfied I am. This is a table that's connected. Now, if you look at, sorry, we look at results. I have no idea what that is. Okay, this is just a tip on how you can use the template. But let me not bore you with all of this. Let's take a look at the application itself, how it's built. So this is the application builder. These are the pages of the application here. You can navigate between the pages depending on how you set your navigation table. So showing navigation home page. If we drag this to this, our application is going to update. See the thanks here. If we take it away from there, hide it from navigation, the application is going to update and it's going to disappear. It updates immediately, so you don't even have to write any code or do anything special to make it work. So let's see how to update items on a page. This is the home page, right? Let's add something here. No objects. So this is a survey template. This is the first time I'm using a template. I've always done mine from scratch. So I'm going to walk you through building your own Amazon Honeycode application from scratch. You don't need any programming knowledge, like I said. So let's go back to the dashboard. Simple survey. Let me show you the one I built from scratch recently. This is an event planning application I built. Let me just walk you through what I did. I'm going to show you how to replicate it. So, okay. So this is the event. You can create. You can create an event. What's the start date? Say, say what's the name of the event? Say done. See, populated. End date. Sorry, don't mind this guy. Then attendees. You can just register, add an attendee, grade, phone number. Done. Great. Bookings, you can filter who has booked a particular event based on the name of the event. Type of booking based on that. So let's create ours from scratch. The problem with having an application in beta is that some things won't work right from the way you created it. glitches here and there. It's very new. If you Google Amazon Honeycode, there are very few tutorials out there. So let's create our application. The first thing you see is a spreadsheet. You might be wondering, okay, what am I going to do with this spreadsheet? Amazon Honeycode assume that you're working with data, either existing data or live data, and your application is going to depend on this data. So you're not just building um, an application without storage, where you're storing the information the application is the spreadsheet. So first, let's give our application a name. Say manager. This is table 1. So let's give this table a name. Say events. Now, for events, the event should have a name. All you just need to do to change a column name is to double tap on it. Like I did here. Just double tap. And you can just enter whatever title you want. Start date. End date. Finish date. Now, what do we do with this column? How will the data be represented? What kind of data is it? What format? You can right click on a column to set the format of the data that you're going to put inside there. So Amazon's default format for columns is also. If you want it to be specific, you click on this. It's going to give you different options. You can set your data as a plain text, a row link, which links to another table, a number, currency, percentage, counting, date, time, date and time, or a contact. So our name is a plain text, right? That's what we want it to be. Then start date is going to be a date. Let's check that. Now, do we want to represent the date in just the day, or represent it with just the time, or with the date and time? Maybe we should just do date and time. We might need it to be more specific, which time of the day we start. Finish date and time as well. I don't know if you apply this date and time. Yes. So these empty columns, you might need to remove them because you don't want your application to be populated with empty data. So you can delete this row. Delete this row. Reason again why I'm deleting this row is because we want to populate this table from our application. You could enter the information manually, say, but you're going to have a problem with entering the dates here. So I suggest we do it from the application. So now, who is going to attend this event? So let's create another table for that. Then another table. There is also the option of importing existing data from CSV. If you want to do that, I don't have a CSV with me. Stuff like that. So do it. Let's give this a name. What is the name of what other information do we need to collect? Say the phone number. I don't think we need any other information. can add more information. Let's just delete this column. Like I said, you want a situation where you can populate your application, populate your data right from the application instead of doing it from here. But let me show you how you can do it from here. You just need to double click on a column to do that. Like the same way you're changing the name of the column. So let's say my name. That phone number doesn't exist in case you're trying to call it. So we have existing data, right? What else? We want to create a booking table, because once you create an event, you need to find a way to link that event to the attendees. Right? One of the ways to do that is create a booking table that you're going to use to populate both. You're going to use it to link an attendance, to a specific event that is going on in your organization. Let's say maybe you're trying to organize happy hour. You're going to invite you want an application. You're going to use to collect their information. Right? So this is one of many tools you can use to create such application. So let's create another table called booking. Similar function, now, what kind of information do we want on the booking table? We want the information of whoever is attending the event and which event they are attending, right? So here we say events, and here we say attendee. Delete this. Just delete it. I want today's demo to be as simple as possible. So let's set the format for our remember that we want to link the attendee table with the event, right? So the correct format you're going to select is the row link. The row link is a way to link another table with the existing table. So you select the source, select table, attendees. Right? Let's do the same for our event format. We want to populate this with the actual event that is going on. So we link it to that event table. As you can see here, I say enable pick list. That's because I want to be able to edit the information right from here. So I've enabled pick list so that I can select the information here. So let's do the same thing. Rolling. Okay, before we do this, there's something I need to correct. Phone number format is wrong. Obviously, it's a spreadsheet. Things I'm trying to calculate something. So I'm not trying to calculate something. So let's change this. The only problem with plain text is that the number cannot start with zero. So let's use plus three. So you can see this didn't change to a formula. Now let's go back to our event. Okay, let's create an event. Okay, we can't create an event from here, but let's go back to the booking page and let me show you. This is it. Select this. It's going to populate it for you. And, remove it. Okay. So how do we build our application based on all this data, this table that we have? We have the attendance table, we have the bookings, we have the events. We don't have any events stored here. We need to populate it before we can even start inviting guests. We're going to add to our attendees table, and we need to also be able to, populate the attendees table before we can create a booking. So how do we do all of this? How do we do all of this with our application? Very, very simple. This is the event page, right? So from here, you just click build app. You have two options. Amazon Honeycode can do it for you, right? With little customization. But sometimes you don't want to go through the stress of doing the drag and drop, building your scratch using Honeycode. You might just want Honeycode to do it for you automatically. So let's use the wizard. It's called a wizard because it's doing some magic for you in the background, so you don't have to do it yourself. So let's zoom on the wizard. This video here is just to show you what you can do with it. Let's skip that. Click. We need to select the source first. Honeycode is building our application for us. On this page, it's supposed to show something, right? So you can see that based on the table, you have the name, you have the start date, you have the finish date. You're going to populate this page with the data that you enter into your events table. So, all right, so let me rush this. Let me rush this. Let's quickly do this. Thank God we're using the wizard so that I don't waste time. Building from scratch, we're taking our time. We'll do the building from scratch next Tuesday. So today, let's use the Honeycode wizard to create all the pages. So the name, the start date, finish date. Let's do that. In settings, you can decide if you want to start. You can decide if you want it to be columns. I think columns is better. Allow user to filter list. Filter with what? You can filter with name, start date, and end date. Next. So this is what the detail page looks like. When you click on a particular event, it's going to show you the detail page, and you can delete the particular detail, event detail if you want to. So let's click next on this to create an event detail page. This is the event form to populate our event table that is going to show on that first page that we saw, that list of events. So let's apply. These are the data that we want to collect. Now, what next? We need another page to register a guest. So let's create another one. With which table? Name this to guests. This page is going to show the list of guests. Remember that we've already populated this page with my name and random. So that's why you're seeing it here, just to show you how it's displayed. So Let's click next on this as well. This is the detail. When you click on the particular guest information, you're going to see this. So this is the name and phone number. You can delete the role as well. Yeah, this is the form we use to collect the guest information, their name and phone number, according to the spreadsheet that we created earlier. So just like magic, Honeycode already understands the kind of data that we want to collect based on the spreadsheet we created earlier. So now we have two pages, the event page and the guest page. So let's create the booking page. How we're going to link a particular event, a particular guest. Bookings. So it's creating the first booking page. On this page, we're going to see the list. Next. The bookings detail page. And bookings. All of these forms are generated based on the spreadsheet tables that we created, based on the columns that we created. So now we have the website where we can create an event, we can collect guest data, we can make bookings. So let's view our app. Just like that, we've already built an application based on the spreadsheet. So let's create an event. It's a beach. What date is that? Let's say this Saturday. When should guests start? 9 a.m. When do we check out? Say 8:30 p.m. As you can see, because you've already selected that particular format to be a date, Amazon Honeycode already knows that this form needs a calendar. So automatically, it creates a calendar for you. And you can click on done. That's it. We've created an event just like that. Let's go back to the event here. You can see beach hangout automatically. Every information you've set updates automatically. So let's create a guest. I'm already a guest, so no need to do that. We can just check here and enter another one. So bookings. Now let's create a booking. I want to link this particular guest to an event. So we come here, we select this event, who is attending. Beach hangout, who is attending. See, just like that. Created a way to manage events. We can create another event, say for next weekend. When the guests check in, say 1 p.m. and we check out same day. So come here again, create another booking for that event. I want to do this so that I can show you how to filter different events and the attendee. Automatically, Honeycode already knows that you want to filter, you want to be able to search for data. So here we just do a good do. just by typing the name, it's already searching it. Let's filter. So let me complicate this demo. So also let's search for a particular event. See, automatically. Now, if you check our tables, they're already populated automatically in real time. Things table populated. See, still this. So maybe we just show you this. Automatically, Dre Jones has been added to this, just like that. So imagine all the kind of applications you can build with Amazon Honeycode. But the limitations are you cannot over customize your application. These are a few things you can add to a page. You cannot add an image, you cannot add any background to your application. You can
Us.
only populate it based on all the spreadsheets data or whatever information that the spreadsheet supports. So due to this limitation, Amazon Honeycode cannot deploy application for your customers. It's best to use within maybe an organization or within a team, your Google, your Facebook groups or likes. So thanks for watching today. I hope I didn't bore you much with this demo. It's pretty straightforward. You can try it yourself. You can just go to honeycode.aws and play around with it. You can start with templates. So, next week, we can do something more complicated, maybe
Awesome.
invoice form or something, or maybe HR. So today we only created an event management app. And if you want to view the app on a mobile phone, you need to install the Honeycode mobile application. Fortunately, not just deploy directly to Play Store or Apple Store. You have to use Honeycode. And here you have to invite your team members before they can use the application. So
Okay, so Damilare, if I hear you correctly,
yep.
the application you build on Honeycode, it can't be public.
Yes.
Is that it's usually you
it's
have to
internal
invite.
for organizations.
It's internal for
Yeah.
organizations, so you can't use it publicly.
Yes.
Awesome, because that was a question I believe a lot of people would have in their mind, because when you tell people you can build an app without a code, they're wondering, where am I going to host the app? How am I going to how people are going to use it publicly? But I know of some other alternatives that you can actually use publicly. One of them being let me see if I have that here. I know of some alternatives that you can use publicly. So but maybe eventually Amazon will be able to make it possible for, right? Like you also said they have some limitations because of the images and all of that stuff. So I'm just going to check if there are questions here. Guys, if you have questions you want to put on the chat, you want to put on the comments so that we can answer, Damilare can answer your question. Otherwise, next week, Tuesday, Dami is going to also be here. And is going to It's going to delve a bit deeper into. It's going to delve a bit deeper into, Honeycode. I'm trying to get. There's an alternative that I saw. The only difference is that Amazon is. I think Amazon Honeycode is free at this time, right?
Yes,
Because
it's
it's still
free.
in beta, right?
Yeah, so far I haven't entered my card details.
Mm.
You just need to sign up. Just click on try free from the home page and just sign up.
Okay. All right. If I remember the alternative, I'm going to post it on the comment. I'll share it on the comment. But let me
I can
see.
also
There's
show
an
you
alternative.
other alternatives.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, any create. You can still see my screen, right?
Let me check.
And
Yes, yes, yes.
fortunately, I can't show you this without signing up. I wanted to just show you what it looks like. Let me just
This is
Google it.
ionic.io.
Yes. So you can build application with it. Let me see. This is another suite, or let's say studio you can use to develop an application
Mm.
public to users. The downside to this one is that it is not very low code, funny code.
Mm.
What I mean is, at some point, you might need to write actual code to make it do
Okay.
certain things, but at the very basic level, you can actually build an application that can be published. You can customize it, you can design it to your tastes. So
Tracy is asking, can't it be used for e-commerce?
yes, so for a spreadsheet like that, it can actually be used for e-commerce. The limitation that Amazon Honeycode currently have is that you cannot beautify, you cannot customize the application, and you cannot make it. You
Yes,
also
but
cannot add images to
yes,
your
but
data.
if I can publish this publicly, right?
Yeah, yeah,
How would people buy from me?
yeah. That's the limitation I mentioned earlier. Um, the spreadsheet has potential, right? The way Amazon data sheet that is used to build the Honeycode application has potential to store um, the kind of data used in e-commerce application, because you can link tables together, and
Mm-hmm.
um, to build an e-commerce application, you need to be able to link a buyer, right, to another.
To
You
another,
can create
yes.
another table, you can create an order item, and you can create user table. So the user is going to enter their delivery address and all that, and link it to a particular order item, create a business. So it has that potential, but the application builder is not letting you to do much. It's also not giving you the freedom to customize the application to look beautiful. So
Okay.
you end up building a boring e-commerce application with any code, unfortunately.
Mm. Again, I noticed that the visualization, the data visualization is still poor. Is that correct?
Yes.
Because
Mm, the
yeah,
data
because I think
visualization actually is because we used uh, the wizard to
okay.
automate it, right? When we go into the builder, if we use the builder, we have uh, more degree of freedom when working with data. You can create triggers. You can tell what the button should do when you click on it. You can
Okay,
you can determine
okay.
how you want to display the data.
Yeah, but I'm even talking about how to visualize data that is already entered, right?
Okay.
So some I mean,
like a graph.
being able to analyze the data in a way that makes sense, you know.
Okay. For data analysis, actually, you can, because it's a spreadsheet and it has a function feature like
Okay.
Excel. Using that function, you can create a formula that can let you analyze data.
Okay.
You can analyze what is on, you can compare what is on column C with what is on column D to
Okay.
get a particular result using the f of x. So
All
if
right.
we go here, you can see how to do something like that using the f of x function.
Oh,
So
awesome.
yeah, so you read next week. We are going to look at how we can create a payee or payroll application.
Application that is used internally. Great, great, great. So thank you so much, Damilare. It's been an awesome
Welcome.
session. I'd like to thank everyone who joined. Let me see. Someone I have Anderson says it is aimed for business apps within organization, just like IBM Bluemix and Microsoft Power Apps platform. Yes, yes, Anderson. Yes, it's true. So thank you. So thank you, everyone. I just like to say that every Tuesday evening by 4:30, you should keep a date on the Startup South YouTube page because we have Tools Day. For us, it's Tuesday where we review and discuss different business tools, different business tools, by professionals. So, wow, Adia is on this call, and Adia Soho, Damilare, Adia Soho says, well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, great. So every Tuesday we have Tuesday. So if you join us every Tuesday, you will get to learn and review a tool. So if you would like to come on the show as well, you can leave me a message, and I can and we can discuss what you want to talk about, and then bring you on the show, right? So Damilare comes back on Tuesday next week for a deep dive, a deeper dive on Honeycode from Amazon. Before I say goodbye, I'd just like to say that if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please kindly subscribe to our channel. And then for those of you in the Southeast looking to build startups, there's an opportunity coming up. We're partnering with an organization, and we're going to be giving about 100 businesses $1,000 each. We're going to be training over 1,000 people, over 3,000 people on innovation, innovation and entrepreneurship. And then we're going to give about 100 businesses $1,000 each, and then provide mentoring, and support, and help you build to the point where you can, get investment into your business, get investors into your business. So you probably want to join the Startup South City community that we're launching very soon, so that you get more information about this. So is bit.ly.join S2C. We'll call it S2C. So bit.ly, bit.ly/join S2C. You can also share that with your friends. Let's get this moving. Thank you so much, Damilare. Please, what's your handle? What's your handle so that people can join? People can follow you on Twitter.
I'm no longer on Twitter.
Oh,
and I'm currently on sabbatical Facebook.
oh, okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. But you plan to come back, I guess.
Maybe.
Okay,
but
that's
you can
fine.
just look me up on LinkedIn anyway.
Okay, just look up Damilare on LinkedIn. Damilare Femi Akinlaja, right?
Yes, you can just Google Damilare Akinlaja. See my link.
Oh, awesome. So I'm just dropping the the link to join on the comment, so you can check that out. And if you want to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, is at Startup South NG. Thank you so much for joining, and we'll be drawing the curtain. We'll be drawing the curtain here on this episode. Okay. Let me see. I can paste. Let me see if I can paste Damilare's LinkedIn. Let me paste Damilare's LinkedIn. Oh yeah. Okay, Damilare. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. I'm pasting Damilare's LinkedIn on the comments. Oh, there. Okay, I'll paste it on the comment after now. Thank you everyone for joining, and do have a great week ahead.
All right.
So